Next, we will talk about the Sharia principles used in the instrument, including the opinion from Muslim jurists. First of all, wakalah, which is the agency or broker. It basically means a person, muwakil, appoints another party, which is wakil, as his representative to handle his affairs. Okay, in the exchange has group of intermediaries that function to manage the management activities of the trading, according to the ratio of which obtained from two parties or a certain percentage during the sale and purchase is allowed based on a few criteria that have been prescribed. Imam Bukhari giving his views that there were no barriers related to the broker, which Maliki and Hanbali scholars also think it is a must, which is allowed. Second one, buy or surf, which is the currency exchange. Islamic exchange traded fund based on gold and silver. ETF is an exchange traded fund product that use gold and silver as the underlying asset. Each unit of Islamic ETF for gold and silver represent the ownership of the undivided unit holders on gold and silver jointly owned based on a pro rata basis. According to Ibn Taymiyyah, it is allowed by fulfilling the conditions such as the physical existence of gold as a backup and allocated to every buyer or seller that they have the right to redeem the Islamic ETF units. And the transaction of Islamic ETF units between the sellers and the buyers also must be conducted on a cash and spot basis. Lastly, which is al-wa'ad. The decision regarding the attachment of wa'ad is based on the views of jurists, especially Hanafi scholars, which state that the wa'ad associated with a certain condition is binding. In this case, if investors do not own a group of shares for the formation of a new ETF units, they can create a stock lending strategy using securities, borrowing and lending methods based on buy and wa'ad. It is necessary when investors make the purchase of ETF units for the formation of a new ETF units. Wa'ad can be considered legally binding if in the wa'ad it is associated with the cost or the existence of fulfillment of an obligation, whether it is mentioned in the statement of wa'ad or not. Okay, or not. This opinion is held by the Hanafi, Shafi'i, and Hanbali scholars.